I want to welcome everybody to the official Building a Black House YouTube channel. And what are we trying to do with this channel? It's something that we've been trying to put into process for years now. We've been very successful on a local level. We're trying to take this national. We're trying to build a Black House in every city across the country, in every state that has our family members in it. All those Black folks, all those African Americans, and what I like to call our melanin-rich family. We've learned, and one of the things we have to do is begin to learn from our history. We've learned how they've been associating negativity with Black, or they're trying to make us fight against one another from calling ourselves African American. We understand the power of words, and one of the things that we understand through this power of words is we have to be strengthened by it. I call ourselves melanin rich. It is the richness of our melanin that makes people hate us so much, but it's also the richness of our melanin that makes us so beautiful. So when I say we're melanin rich, it is because those are the people about whom we are talking, and those are our family members. And anybody else who wants to help this effort, they're welcome. The problem though is this: every one of our households, every one of our Black house has to be led by somebody melanin rich. Those people who are not melanin rich, who understand the work we're trying to do, they understand. Those who don't, they want to control, and we're not here for that. We're not going to be here for any of that shit. So if they don't like it, that's their business, but it has to be run by someone melanin rich. Now, if you're offended by the word shit that I just used, this is definitely not going to be the channel for you. If you're so easily offended by a word, and you're not easily offended by the things that have been happening to us, yeah, you got to go with someone else. You get the hell out of here. We're not trying to hear that. This is one of those channels where we're going to keep it 1,000. We're going to keep it 10,000. We're going to keep it 1,000,000. But what we're not going to do is make everybody else feel comfortable about what we're saying so we can get their help. Nah, we're not doing that. Those days are over. The days of comfort are over. When I teach, I like to teach this metaphor, so I'll tell you very simply is this. When you are sitting in the most comfortable seat, drinking your favorite drink, watching your favorite TV show with a fan on you, eating your gummy bears next to you, and everything is perfect, what is your incentive to change? The greater the comfort, the less likely you are to change. But what happens when I come over there and I get a big old bucket of cold water and pour it on you? You're going to change your position immediately. Matter of fact, let me take it deeper. When that bucket of water is filled with hot water, how fast do you think those people are going to begin to move? We need that kind of change. We can't make things comfortable. So if you're discomforted by what we say, you don't like the things that we do, we're not begging for your subscription. And unlike a lot of channels, we are not going to be begging for subscriptions. Man, I'm not. I don't care about having 1 million followers. I don't care about getting 1 million likes. Matter of fact, I think if the wrong people like me, we're doing the wrong stuff. So if you subscribe, all you're saying to the Black House is that you're willing to be a part of this process. You're going to be an active participant, and that you're going to do your best to bring our family together in your state, in your city, in your town, through the collective of the Black House. Now, how are we going to do this? Well, we do this through a series of kinetics. We call them kinetics because we've always heard about the potential that we've had in our community. But what people don't understand is that potential is really a backhanded compliment, because potential really means that you have an energy that's not being used. You are full of this wisdom that's not being told. You're filled with this beauty that's not being shown. You're filled with this strength that's not being used. That's potential energy. We're going to take that wisdom, we're going to take that beauty, and we're going to take that strength, and we're going to put it into kinetic energy. Energy that's in motion on a daily basis. We're commemorating, celebrating, and never forgetting the incidents, people, and events that have happened in our history. And we're going to do it in a way that we learn it and being able to pass it on to others. Now, how are these things passed on? We do them through PDAs. It's public displays, and then we have 3 A's. Public displays of acknowledgement, public displays of appreciation, and public displays of affection. What are simply something that's eye-catching. So when somebody comes to me and asks me, hey, that's a nice necklace. Where'd you get that from? It gives me a gateway to tell them the history about these necklaces. We're gonna have a session on where this necklace comes from. But those are what our PDAs are designed for, and that's what we're going to be using. What we do is you try to make them very simple, so when you can wear them to school. We want kids to be able to go to school and have them so people ask them about these things. On Charles Drew's birthday, we just get these red dots, put them all over our body, put them all over the school. And when people ask about those red dots, we can get the history of the death of Charles Drew. It's crazy. My goodness. It is amazing, some of the things that have gone in our history that people want us to forget. And when they teach it through their lens. So they teach it through their comfortable lens, what makes them feel good about it. And that's okay. That's okay for them. That's okay when they teach each other that. But it's not okay when they teach us. We have to take that in consideration and be the best people we can be. So our PDAs are simple. Sometimes it's a necklace, sometimes it's a bracelet. Sometimes it's a red dot. Sometimes it's a face tattoo. Sometimes it's an article of clothing or a color of clothing. We have the first one coming up this summer. Woo! It's a great one to start out with. That will be our next video. It's about Billie Holiday and the events around her death, especially the reasons why her death was was sped up. I'll put it that way. So we're gonna do that. That's gonna be our next video. All right. So one of the things about our PDAs is they're always trying to find a policy to say, well, you can't do that. These things are simple. These things are really simple. Whether it's wearing something in your hair, wearing a black rose for rosewood, wearing a shirt with holes all in it, to never forget what they did to Amadou Diallo. Oh, we got a lot of them. Bringing cakes, you'll see. It's gonna be great. So we're gonna try to do this all across the country. We have people working with us in Atlanta, people working with us in Houston, people working with us in DC. I'm located out of Rochester. We've been doing this in Rochester for a minute now, and you'll see some of my videos as I post them. But we're gonna do this. We're gonna build this house for our family all across the country. We're gonna do it brick by brick. You're going to be one of those bricks. But we will get this house built. Now, I got to go right now. But you can best believe I'll be black. Hang in there, family. We're in this together. Peace.